Hei, dette Magne G. Hodne, og nå har vi på Reve All-Star. Nyt det.
Jeg tenker, alle kan vel komme seg inn i en tube. Hvis det en tube der, så kommer du deg vel inn igjen.
Ja, men altså, nå...
Chris.
Hallo.
Hei, Ivar her. I denne episoden så får jeg besøk via telefonlinja av selvest Chris King fra Horten, eller det vil si Chris King fra Australia. Chris King kjent som King Flyber på Instagram. Eller ja, kjent. Han var for så vidt, eller jo, han kjent for de som kjenner han. Han var ukjent for meg frem til ganske nyligt, hvor altså nok en gang herligt og godt tips. Sjekk ut han, fikk jeg beskjed om. Og da gjorde jeg det, og det viste seg at det en aldeles strålende type som bor i Horten og tar med seg da bodyboardet sitt opp og ned langs Oslofjorden og leide etter digre bølger og bodyboarder og fotografere. Og mange av disse her bølgene driver han og deler på de sosiale mediene til stor glede, i hvert fall for meg. Altså det de kaller for slabs på fagspråket, altså gigantiske bølger med enormt mye vann på en veldig liten plass, og det rett og slett monster av noen bølger. Absolutt sjekk ut Chris på Instagram for å forstå hva det går i. Jeg jo litt sånn at nå viser det seg at meg og Chris har på en måte to fellesnevnere med bodyboardet. Han betraktelig mye bedre enn meg. Jeg knapt jeg når han knapt leggene, skulle jeg til å si, men det jeg har begynt takket være shoutout til Halvard Koltveit, så jeg begynte å gjøre det nå i høst, veldig kjekt. Men jeg også veldig glad i å ta bilder, de som kjenner meg. Så da ble det dobbelt interesse sammenfallende. Jeg må innrømme at jeg mer interessert i å ta bilder enn bodyboarder, så derfor ble det mye spørsmål om bilder. Jeg har jo tatt bilder i sjøen på Jæren i bølgen i ganske mange år nå. Veldig kjekt, veldig mye adrenalin. For alle dere som har tatt bilder og er glad i å ta bilder, hvis dere tar alt det dere kan om å ta bilder, og så setter de en setting med utrolig mye adrenalin og frisk luft, så har du det å ta bilder i sjøen og ekstremt mange faktorer som kan gå frem og tilbake. Det sjelden jeg har tatt bilder på sånne store slabs, jeg har gjort det også. Men det en litt annen idrett, og når du ligger ute i vannet der, så ser du virkelig hvor store krefter det snakker om, og hvor heftig det faktisk er. For observante lyttere på Reve All-Star, så vil jeg huske at vi har snakket med meg og Per og Jamin snakket med Joel Stevenson for noen episoder tilbake, og Joel hadde lagt en film, eller vært med å lagt en film om slabben hans, som han kaller for The Icebox. Chris, hva jeg skulle si, i tilhørende område og tilhørende i gjeng, eller hva jeg skal kalle det, så han har også vært i Icebox, men han har utvidet repertoaret sitt til flere bølger da. Så det var jækla kult å høre Chris fortelle mer om disse her ymse stedene, og få høre litt mer hvordan han tenker når han både ute i å skyte og ute i å renne på dette bodyboardet. Litt sånn spesielt med Chris at han ofte gjør ting alene. Og altså, det veldig greit å gå i butikken alene, det greit å sykle alene, det greit å gå tur alene, men å holde på å bale i sånne slabbølger alene, det er en annen idrett, eller det for de spesielt interessert, eller hva du skal kalle det. Så det var kult å høre litt mer om det. Nå har det vist seg over hele historien egentlig til Reve All-Stars at mine språkferdigheter på alt annet enn norsk i kategorien ymse for ekstremt hva heter det, for ekstremt interesserte lyttere, så husker de kanskje da jeg leste eminent Anders Fjellberg sin artikkel Våtdraktmysteriet, hvor jeg leste inn i 4 deler, og i hver episode av de innlesningene så hadde jeg et nytt navn på den franske byen Calais, som det viste seg hette Calais, og så viste det seg at det heter Calais. Jeg er egentlig ikke sikker på den dag i dag hva som er riktig uttale. Og dette er jo et problem, eller ikke et problem, det er bare en sånn en dings som bare er vedvarende med meg. Jeg tenker at jeg er veldig god i engelsk, og så prøver jeg å sette sammen ord og snakke disse engelske ordene, og så er det ikke alltid det står til meget pluss i stil, så da får bare leve med den der krøkkete snakkingen med. Det er litt sånn Tor Heyerdahl-aktig at vi klarer oss. Så da gjenstår det bare å si nyd eller gru deg eller hva det er med denne episoden, og takk til Chris som stilte opp, og så snakkes vi på andre siden. And for everyone who didn't understand my Norwegian intro to this episode, I'm gonna proceed in this episode with speaking English. My English is much worse than my Norwegian. Sorry in advance. Please enjoy. Chris.
Hello.
Good evening. So a little while back, a friend of mine told me I should check out this guy called King Flyber on Instagram, because he was doing some really sick wave shooting. And I thought, like, wow, I just checked you out, and I saw, wow, is this Norway? What the hell is going on? There's some fantastic pure, mint shots of huge waves and green and everything, and I checked it out, and this is a guy doing this stuff in Norway, so I was quite fascinated to check out this guy and what's his story. And this guy, that's you, Chris. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm for listeners who's listening to this after in the future, I'm gonna just notice for the record that it's 10 o'clock in the evening. It's I think this is the latest we've ever recorded a podcast, but it has explanation. You Chris, you have to get your kids to go to bed before you can talk to strangers.
Yeah, it was. It's normally a bit of family time on Saturday night, and then get them to bed. They're still not quite asleep yet, but we're almost there.
That's cool. So you're situated where in Norway?
In Horten.
In Horten,
which is about an hour south of Oslo.
Yeah, and you're not the first non-Norwegian who visits this podcast, but you are from Australia, is that right?
Yeah, correct. In South Australia.
And what's the town or the local area called?
Kind of a little suburb called O'Sullivan's Beach. Kind of it's got waves there. It's kind of fickle though. It's almost like the Oslo Fjord. But probably a bit better actually.
Okay, so I'm not a huge Australian geography guy. Whereabouts is it? Northwest, southeast? South,
kind of in the middle of the bottom of Australia, in the middle.
So you started out bodyboarding, is that correct?
Yeah. I've been bodyboarding for probably 30 years now.
Holy shit! How did you get into it in the first place?
Oh, the town I grew up in, the suburb I grew up in, everybody was a surfer or a bodyboarder. Probably most of them were bodyboarders, and the waves kind of suited that too.
Oh yeah.
So it was just natural to get into that.
What kind of wave would that be then?
We lived there was a break wall there for a boat harbour, and then so it'd have a right right-hand wedge that had come off the brake wall, and that was perfect for the bodyboarding. And then there was a lot of other waves around there. A little bit of a drive down to a place called Victor Harbour, and then you got a lot of shore breaks down there, heavy shore breaks. But I think like these days, I don't think there's much of a bodyboarding community there anymore. I think it's most of the people are surfers these days.
Yeah, a thing of the past. I checked out your when my friend told me to check you out. I did a little, I mean, what do you call it, like detective work, digging through your profile, and I could even see you were featured on the front page of a magazine or something like that. So
yeah, I did bodyboarding. Did a lot of competitions when I was in Australia. A lot of the state titles and a few of the national titles. Never really got any big. Got some good results in the state titles, and then national titles. One of them I came 5th in it, so that was my best result.
Yeah, it must have been quite a steep competition as well, I guess.
Yeah, there's some really good bodyboarders in Australia. It's, especially now, wouldn't stand a chance now.
You're getting too old. How old are you, by the way?
Yeah, I'm 41.
40, oh, that's nothing, yeah. I'm 35, by the way, so we're almost the same.
Yeah.
So, and what's the story with you coming to Norway? How did you end up in Horten?
Same as everyone else. Same as every other Australian.
A bit of in and out.
Yeah. I came for a holiday, for a 1-month holiday, and ended up extending the holiday, and here we are, 12 years later now.
But did you come to Norway on a holiday, or did you come to meet a girl holiday?
No, I met her in Australia, and then she was studying nursing, and then she came back over here, and then I came here for a holiday, and then, like I said, it was only supposed to be a month holiday. And I extended to 3 months, and then now it's extended to 12 years.
It's like the United Nations out here in the waves. There's so many people from so many different kinds of walks of life and countries. It's quite fascinating and quite cool, actually. So, yeah, that's quite a few of you.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many there was until after a few years, and then I started meeting them all, and then all the guys in Oslo, Seamus, Wes, Phil, and then I realised there's hundreds, there's thousands.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, so you came to Norway, and what was your? Did you have any grasp on there being any waves close to Horten, or was it not something you were thinking about?
No, I bring my surf gear with me. And because I knew there was probably some waves around.
Mm.
And then I just went to Saltstein a few times. You've probably been there.
I haven't been to Saltstein, actually, but how was your first meeting with Saltstein?
Yeah, it was I think it was only a small day. It was probably only a few feet. Well, I don't know how you guys measure it over here, but it's probably about head high.
Mm.
And yeah, it's a pretty slow wave though, but it was good. It was good to get in the water as well. And I thought, there's some potential.
Yeah.
And then ended up having some fun surfs there. I think that was the first year I was here. But I wasn't surfing in winter either. I was only surfing in the summer. I only had a 3 to 4 mil wetsuit.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't bother with surfing in the winter. I didn't know how good it was in the winter. So, but it was pretty after maybe 4 or 5 years. That's when I started realised that it actually got good in the winter.
Yeah,
I got myself a decent wetsuit. Seamus hooked me up a good wetsuit, and then I realised that winter actually gets good.
Only summer surfing at Saltstein, huh?
That was it to begin with. And then, like I said, then I slowly migrated into the winters, and it's good fun. They're good fun. The winters get pretty good.
I just gotta ask before I forget it. What's the King Flyber? What's that? The name?
Yeah, that's. I had a nickname when I was young as a grommet in Australia. All the older guys, they used to call me Fly because I used to buzz around and hang around those guys. So I got the nickname Fly. And then, a couple of the guys called me Flyber. And that's when I just joined the Instagram. I just put my last name, King Flyber, and that's sort of how it came about.
There you go. Ha. Okay, let's go, Chris. So, you started surfing Saltstein in the summertime and gradually going over to wintertime. So, but I mean, it looks like you have been what do you call it, like scouting and searching through the Oslofjord quite much more than just Saltstein.
Yeah, no, I've been. That's when Saltstein's just such a kind of gutless wave. It's even when it's got a good size on it, it's still a really slow wave, and especially for bodyboarding, you kind of want the hollow slabs for bodyboarding. So that's when I just started looking around and putting in the effort. When there was waves, I wouldn't go to Saltstein. I'd end up searching the coast and trying to find new waves, and ended up finding quite a few. Quite a few were not. They look surfable, and then you paddle out, and you soon find out they're not surfable.
So this was like it's like an ongoing project you had for quite a few years. Then going up and down the coast, checking out.
Yeah, like I said, most of the time there, it's in the winter as well. So you kind of got limited daylight hours. So you're tossing up whether to go to good old faithful Saltstein for a surf or waste your time looking for some new waves.
Well, I mean, judging from your Instagram feed, it looks like you scored at least a couple of times. Huh?
Yeah.
Have you been doing this like solo, or looking around searching alone, or have you been with a group of friends?
Yeah, no, it's always solo. Always. Yeah. So a couple of times I got one of the guys from Oslo with me, Oscar Chandler.
Yeah.
He's another Aussie guy. But majority of the stuff was solo, and that's what I mean. You got to kind of be careful. A lot of these slabby waves, you don't want to be kind of risking it when you're by yourself.
How many slabs do you reckon you've got under your belt in the fjord?
Probably four, maybe five. But a lot of them are really, they need everything to come together. They need the swell, right wind, right tide.
So, in other words, it's not every day.
No, that's for sure.
Why do you go solo?
I don't know. It's just I haven't. There's not that many bodyboarders here.
No, that's true.
And then trying to link up with them when there is waves is not easy. Everybody's got commitments or something. So, and it's a lot easier going solo. You don't have to worry about anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, surfing alone, it's not really a big problem if you're doing small normal waves, I guess. But I mean, you're operating in a quite slabby territory, I guess. Yeah,
and like I said, a lot of these ones as well. And when you're surfing them in winter, there's nobody around. There's a lot of cabins around, but there's nobody there. So you're in trouble. You get in trouble. I had one incident early last year where I hit my head on the rocks.
Ugh.
That was only the first wave of the session. I paddled out and just took off on the wrong one, and the wave came over, hit me in the back of the head, and I just went straight to the reef. I popped up, and there was blood, and ended up with six stitches in my head.
Oh, that's rough, huh?
Yeah.
So. But let's. Why? I mean, you already said that as a bodyboarder you prefer the slabby waves. But what's the fascination with the slabby waves?
Yeah, they're just suited to bodyboarding. You know what I mean? It's and most of the slabby waves too. They're kind of easy. You just quick. They're quick waves, but easy paddle out. Getting lazy these days.
But I mean, so for many people, I mean, the sheer size would be the problem in many eyes, I guess. But how do you get used to a slab, I guess?
Yeah, most of them, you just got to get into them quickly. And that's the key, I think. It's don't hesitate, get into them quickly, but you got to be picky too as well.
Then how do you decide what to pick?
Yeah, you get to know them after a while. You get to know the ones that are going to break good and then the ones that aren't. It's trial and error.
As you've probably seen Val posting some photos of the slab over here at Jæren. I mean, there's a few, but there's one We mainly have been working the last year, I guess, and
Yeah.
I hadn't been there. I hadn't been there myself until this fall, and I mean, I'm used to getting. I'm used to shooting in big waves, but not in mostly in normal setups, you know. But seeing the slab up close, that was really cool. Swimming around the wave, just positioning and sitting down and seeing the waves coming in over. And I mean, you can see you have like the you know where things are gonna happen, but every time the wave comes and pushes through, it's the magnitude of the power it's quite breathtaking. At least the first time I went out, it was so shit. There's some real power going on here.
Yeah. My friend was living in Stavanger, and he was a bodyboarder, and he's been surfing that slab for a fair few years now. He only just left last year, went back to Australia. But yeah, he said that's I've seen a lot of his photos of that wave, and it looks mental.
Yeah.
So, I want to get over there and give it a try. I'm thinking about a trip over your way soon.
Yeah, you should absolutely. We can fix you a place to stay and everything if you need that. So we should absolutely do that. But I mean, just could you kind of explain the difference between a slab wave and a more normal?
Yeah, the slab wave is it's coming out of deep water, and then you kind of got the rock shelf, and I guess the wave. So it comes out of deep water and almost stops on the rock shelf, and that's when it throws out, and you can get a good barrel. Normally gets spat out too, so most of them are pretty short.
Yeah, pretty short. Yeah, guys, that was one of my takes. It's a steep left turn, and you just try to go under, and then you get spitted out, and it's over in like a few seconds, I guess. But
yeah,
you just need to have the balls to do the drop in and everything, and then there you go.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about the bodyboard. They're pretty hard to snap them. Like with a surfboard, I don't know how you got to it. They're not really cheap, those surfboards either.
No. How often do you get out?
Yeah, whenever it's breaking, which isn't very often over here. This winter's been pretty bad. Actually, summer last year was better than the winter this year.
It's quite strange, yeah?
Yeah, it's been last 3 years have been pretty bad winters. No, last year was pretty good, but then the other 2 years before that were bad. But like I said, I got the four waves that I normally go to, or go over to the icebox. Icebox pretty always a good faithful wave, go-to wave.
The safe option, according to Joel.
Yeah, kind of.
So you started out just bodyboarding, and whenabouts did you start shooting the waves as well?
Yeah, that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had what did I have? I had a GoPro 4. And then I bought a Connect dome, a 6-inch dome port for it. And I was just shooting with that.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, with the GoPro, you're so limited. You need to be right in the action for the photo to look good. Otherwise, it looks like you're 100 miles away.
Extreme wide. It's a good entry point for people, though, to use a GoPro and see if you want to. I mean, if you want to check out if you want to like shooting in the ocean, the GoPro is a nice way to start, I guess.
Yeah, no, it is. It definitely is. It's and that's how I got into it, and I really enjoyed it. I'd go out for a surf for a few hours, and then I'd come in and then I'd swap out and go out with the camera for another few hours. And then that's when I need to get myself a proper camera, and that's what I did. That's what I did last year in what was it, April last year. Finally got myself a camera, and then Sea Frog's housing. Couldn't afford like a proper housing. Well, one of the more expensive housings, so just got the Sea Frog's housing. The thing works great.
For the listeners out there who doesn't know, these housings are shit expensive, and as well the cameras are expensive.
They are.
But yeah, so you started from the GoPro, and I mean, why did you start doing the GoPro in the first place? I mean, couldn't you just surf and leave the photos alone, I guess?
Yeah, no, I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the photography side of it too. And, you know, then you're getting a few memories too that you can look back on in a few years and think, oh yeah, no, that was good.
So what camera did you end up buying?
Sony A6300.
Hmm?
I just talked with a few guys and they said that was a good entry camera. Yeah, and then I sort of got the Seafrogs housing, and yeah, it was good. It's good. Now now I upgraded just recently to the Sony A6500.
Oh, cool.
I was having a lot of trouble with the A6300 buffering when you're taking burst shots, sequence shots.
Yeah.
It can only shoot about, 30 shots, I think it is. And then it happened to me a few times, like a really good wave, and I'd rattle off, 20, 25 shots on the first wave, and then the next wave would come and it'd be even better. And then you can't take any more photos because the camera's trying to do those ones.
Yeah, they're still computing the last pictures.
Yeah, so then you're sitting there and you can't even shoot, and this thing perfect wave coming. You're like, that's why they're saying.
For people who doesn't know photography in the ocean, I mean, it's about capturing the small moments, I guess, where light and everything hits perfectly, and you want to be able to shoot bursts. And when the camera has to compute a series of 20, 30 shots, which each shot it's a huge file in itself. It gets a lot, so. Most cameras can't take it, basically. So you have to, if you want to shoot everything all the time, you need a pretty hefty camera. So you upgraded to...
Yeah, A6500. That one can do 100 shots before it buffers.
Huh.
So that's enough. You can I haven't had any trouble with that one yet.
But so how do you go about... I mean, how do you shoot for me, next time I'm going to go shoot a slab. How do you shoot a slab, Chris?
Yeah, I was shooting with a 50mm lens,
Mm-hmm.
and that was kind of a bit too, intimate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit too close up with those slabs. And then I got myself a 30mm lens, and that seems to be just right for the slabs.
Yeah, it's pretty wide, I guess.
Yeah,
not extremely wide, but still wide.
no, I think it's just a perfect one. And it's good for if you got a subject in there too, if you got someone surfing. But yeah, you just got to be right in the action, and yeah, you got to be watching what's coming out the back, because you can quickly get in too far or into the ledge, and you're getting too wrapped up in taking the photo and you're not watching the wave or two. I've had a few times like that, just more focused on the wave and the wave you're taking, and then the next one's coming behind you. And
the first time I shot the slab at 100 mils. So I mean, it's not up close and personal, I guess, but it's more of a retracted. So I found out I was too far back, I guess. I like shooting at a little bit further distance because I like to build foreground and backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But because of the slab's nature of it's kind of tight, the area, so I often realized that I was coming over the shoulder and losing the wave, basically, and getting too far away from it. So definitely go wider. Yeah. But I mean, how is it sitting at a place like that and shooting? It has to be kind of it's a lot of nature going on around you, so you have to be cold in the head, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I said, you got to kind of be focused. And a lot of these waves, it's a long swim out there too.
Mm.
It's you're swimming out 500 meters, and you get pretty exhausted just on the swim out there. And then I've had a few times the boats going past, and they've looked, and then they've driven into me, and they're looking at me, and then I'm giving them the thumbs up, and just a blank look on their face, like, what is this guy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
I have a couple of shots I'm wondering about the story about. But what would be your ideal conditions for shooting then?
Yeah, it's sort of head high, double overhead waves, and just one of the slabs. Mornings as well. Mornings are always the best. Morning sunrises or the other ones, or the sunsets, so you can get some colour in there.
Low light, getting the green and the yellows and the reds into.
And I mean, this time of the year too, you're getting all the getting the backlit waves. It's always the sun's never really getting that far over the horizon. So, and the way the swell comes in in the fjord here, it's this time of the year, it's almost always backlit waves. So that's when you get those greens and stuff. And it looks good if you can get the greens, and then you get the sunrise with some oranges and reds, and that's probably the ideal.
It's quite fascinating how the light affects the waves and how the greens and everything turns into different colors depending on the light.
Yeah.
So basically, So I sent you, Chris. There's a huge wave. It's looking like a huge wave, and you got a really nice backlit green. Is it huge, by the way? Is it big or is it small?
That one was pretty big. That was probably 1.5 times overhead.
So the whole wave photography. I mean, the wave shooting. I mean, often when you shoot surfing and stuff, you have people and you put the people into the wave, and then you can have like you can see the size of the person, and then you can see how big the wave is. Often when you shoot waves, huge waves can look small, and small waves can look huge and everything. And
yeah, that's the other one.
How does it work? How do you find that?
Yeah, no, I've taken a couple of shots that were smaller days, and people have said to me, "How big's that? That looks huge." And then it's like, that was actually a small day. And then the opposite, yeah. But that one there is actually pretty good size. Joel was out that day, but it was a real funny swell. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of there wasn't many makeable ones. So I think that's actually might have been the day I got that good shot of Joel.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's far deep into the tube, isn't he?
Yeah, but like I said, there was a lot of empties that day.
Are you lying on your bodyboard and then you shoot from the bodyboard, or are you swimming?
No, those are swimming. It depending on the wave. Sometimes I will take the bodyboard out and shoot with that. If it's there's one of the waves that's a long paddle. If you're swimming, so I'd take the bodyboard out with me. If it's small, if it's big, you can't. You can't. You need to duck under the waves. So it's best to be swimming. That's for sure. And then, like I said, if something pops up, you can get under it.
Yeah, I recently learned that getting into the bodyboarding, I realized midway through learning that I didn't know how to duck dive properly. So I was so used to swimming through the waves only with my camera. So it was in the ice cold water, getting used to duck diving and everything was quite an experience, to say the least. So. What kind of shots are you looking for when you go out into the waves shooting?
Just the ones that are really. I like the ones that are throwing out. The ones that you can kind of looking side on, and the ones that are big sort of arch on them. Not quite. The lip hasn't quite hit the water yet. If they got a nice backdrop on them, they're the nice ones. I haven't really got into those pulled back shots yet. I see a lot of people do them. That seems to be the trend at the moment. It's not so much the wave; it's the mountains behind it, or the backdrop. Yeah, more focused on the backdrop than the actual surfer itself or the wave itself. I kind of focus more on the wave itself, and I don't want to give away too many landmarks either with the backdrops.
Yeah, that's the classic one. Always shoot from land, not to land. So. No, it's quite an aesthetically pleasing style of photography, shooting waves, because they're so vibrant and so many layers just by themselves, and you get to you shoot like the fractions of a second turns into really beautiful things.
Yeah, well, they take a lot of shots, these cameras. I think you can get 11 in 1 second. I mean, and then you're still almost missing some of the action. Waves can be pretty quick sometimes.
Yeah. And what's your go-to settings for shooting waves?
Normally 1/16,000th of a second.
Yeah, quick.
Or one to 1250 of a second. Over that, nothing below that, because when you're up close with those slabs, you want a pretty quick shutter speed. Otherwise, you're going to get motion blur and stuff.
Which I guess is it's a different category. It's possible to do shots with motion blurs and everything, but it's another beast, I guess. So you want quick shutter speeds?
I haven't got into the slow shutter speeds yet. I've seen a lot of guys doing some really good ones, actually.
Yeah, and do you shoot open apertures, or do you shoot? Like 1 or 2, or do you shoot at 7 or 8?
Normally try to get it around 5.6, and then you can get kind of more stuff in focus. But with low light and high shutter, it's normally drops down to like f2 or something. So you're shooting. Not always easy to get the settings you want when it's like I said, with low light and everything. You have to juggle it around a bit.
Yeah, what's your max ISO you're going?
Oh, I think the ISO can go pretty big on that A6500. I think it goes up to, I think it's 125,000 or something. It's something crazy. But you're getting around 6,000. You're starting to get a lot of noise, a lot of grain in it. So I try to keep the ISO low as possible. I normally try not to go over 3,200, really. 3,200, and then even there you're starting to get grain in it.
I mean, you can do it on Instagram and stuff, but if you go larger, it's going to be really grainy. So
yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I've seen Halvard. He said he was, I can't remember, I seen one of his photos up for Lofoten. Yeah. He said he was shooting at some crazy ISO. He said it was almost dark, he said.
Yeah, it's dark during day. Basically, you shoot at 25,000 or something.
Yeah.
So, what's your? Do you have like a project? I mean, like some shots you want to get, or are you kind of just shooting whatever you see?
No, I normally get a lot of shots. I haven't got anything. I'm trying. Sometimes I plan to get something, but it never works out that way. You know what I mean?
I exactly know what you mean.
You plan a shot and then you get there and then or you paddle out and you got no, it's not happening. So then you always get something. I normally probably get 1,000 shots from a session.
Yeah.
1,200 to 1,000 shots from a session, and then come back and then go through them, whittle it down to maybe 300. Go through them again, go down to about 100. Normally keep it probably 100 from out of those 1,000.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of work sometimes.
Yeah. Are you a picky guy when it comes to your own photos?
Yeah, if they're a bit blurry, I won't use them. Kind of probably a bit too picky.
Yeah, but that's the way it is for many people, I guess. But yeah, you get your standards just... I mean, the funny thing is, the more you do it, the more your standards increase, the less happy you are about your photos. It's my experience.
Well, don't they say that you're your own worst critic or something?
Yeah.
The same thing.
So true. In Norway, at least, I think you're the only guy I've seen doing this kind of shots on the basis you're doing. It's quite impressive for me, so... Good fucking job, Chris. It's looking awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So, Chris, I saw you took a picture of a wave by a tower far out to sea. Could you tell me the story about that wave?
Yeah, I'd been watching that wave from shore for a fair few years. And
how far out is it?
It's a kilometre. It's a kilometre out to sea.
Oh shit!
No, it's hard to see what it's like. I've seen it a few times when it was pretty good. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then one day I went down. I was going to go to one spot, and I went there, and I thought it was be breaking. It wasn't. And then I came back and then I checked this spot with the tower and I seen it was breaking. And I thought, and it was a dark and it was an overcast day. It was a bit of rain, a bit of fog as well. And then I looked and I was like, it looks all right. I thought, screw it, I'll do the paddle. So I got the camera. I paddled out. I just want to paddle out with my board as well, on the bodyboard, and had the camera. And it's pretty deep water. I've checked the nautical charts, and off the back of that thing, it's 200 meters deep. So it's. I knew there was going to be some current out there. So it was pretty risky kind of paddle. And then when I got out there, there was just water going everywhere, and it was pretty hectic. There was lobster pots there. Oh. Ended up just hanging onto one of these lobster pots while I took some photos.
But you make it sound like it was a cakewalk getting out there. It must have been quite a long swim, I guess.
It was. I was halfway out, and I'm like, I didn't know whether I was moving or not. I'm looking at this thing in the distance. Didn't seem to be getting any closer. And now, like I said, the paddle back in was worse. When I was paddling back in, because the current was moving out, it took me over an hour to get back in. And there was no one around. I was thinking, if this goes pear-shaped, I'm going to be out in the middle of the bloody fjord, and I'm going to have to get picked up by a boat or something.
But there's a real cool wave going off, and you want to check out the wave, but it's far out to sea, and the light is pretty terrible, so not ideal for photos. So what goes through your head when you decide to jump in anyway?
Yeah, that was it. I was really second guessing myself on that one. That was, I thought, is it, should I do it? And I thought, like, I got to go out there and have a look. And that's what I did. I just went out and have a look. I don't think I'd go back out there, not by myself anyway.
Did you expect it taking so long getting out?
No. Oh, I knew it was going to be a good paddle. I knew sort of how far it was, but I didn't think it was going to take that long. And I said the paddle back was even worse. The paddle back took even longer. And then trying to get back in on the rocks when I got back in, because it was a good swell. Trying to get back onto the rocks with a head-high swell. It was quite an adventure that day.
But how was it sitting out by the wave?
Yeah, there was some good rideable ones. Yeah, there was a big seal out there too. Big seal just kept popping up, and he'd look at me, and then disappear again, and then he'd pop up again, and he was getting really close to me. I don't know if they're territorial or, but so he was my only company out there. It wasn't long after that I got told off for posting that photo. Someone said that's their local wave that they've been surfing for years. Not so sure about that.
I mean, for anyone who's not in the surfing world, I mean, you should always try to be careful blowing spots and posting photos of easily recognizable signs of land, I guess. But if you have to paddle for almost an hour to get out into a wave, it's you should be. There's not going to be a queue there by. I mean,
no, definitely not. Definitely not for that one. I don't think I'd be able to surf on the bodyboard unless it was the right day. So I'm not sure if anyone could surf it on a surfboard.
No, I would never think so. Have you gotten into? Has there been a lot of? I mean, people obviously love your photos, but have you been getting a lot of hate as well? I guess not hate, but I mean angry comments and stuff.
No, not really. Only a few actually. Only a couple. One was that wave there with the tower in it. And but no, I do my best as well to keep landmarks out of it. I mean, I've had a couple of really good photos, but they're unusable because they've got landmarks in them, and you can't you just got to throw them.
It's the balance act of being psyched about a cool photo and understanding that you don't want to fuck up anybody else's thing, you know. So I've shown away quite a few, in my eyes, excellent photos as well due to the same thing.
Yeah, don't want to tread on any toes.
It's a weird balancing act, this thing of photographing things that people really want to keep to themselves and everything. But I mean, it's not going to be crowded at these waves anyway anytime soon, I guess.
No, that's it. Not around here. I said, and these slabs, most of these slabs I'm taking photos of, I'd be more than happy to have someone out there with me. And someone come out and give it a try. It'd be good to have someone to shoot.
Yeah, that would be fun. There's another photo I also checked out, and you had a fun text going to you swam out to a wave and left your board on a rock, I guess.
Yeah.
Could you take me through? So basically, there's a wave far out at sea, and there's a rocky formation in front of it, and yeah, what happened?
Yeah, that one's another one. That one's about a 300-meter paddle probably, and there's a rock, a big round, well, kind of rock near it, and occasionally when it's big, the water goes all the way over the rock, and I'd paddled out there before, and I'd left my board on that rock before, and then I'd come back and I found my board. I was still there, and then this other time I took my old board out there because I thought that this day was pretty big, and I thought I didn't want to lose my new one, so I had my old one with me. I left it on the rock, and I went out and shot the waves, and then I came back and the board was gone. And I looked around for it for ages, and I swam all the way back to shore. I got up on this rock actually, and I stood on this rock for a while, and I was standing there for about 5 minutes looking for my board, and I couldn't see it. So I jumped in, swam back to shore, and when I got back to shore, there was a guy standing there, and he was looking at me, and I gave him the thumbs up, and he goes, I was just about to call the Coast Guard. He goes, I seen you stand up in the rock in the middle of the ocean out there, and then. Yeah, we thought, what's he doing out there? And then he said, I seen you disappear. And he thought I was drowning. So he was just about to call the police and the Coast Guard. But I never did find that board. I looked around for that day, and then I came back a few days later, and I looked everywhere and couldn't find it. So if anyone finds it, it's a red bodyboard with a red slick.
Just you know who to call. What's I mean, you're getting quite proficient at your photos. What do you consider yourself, a bodyboarder first or photographer first?
Yeah, that's a good one. It's getting to a point now where actually enjoying more taking photos. It's strange, but I mean, I'll surf first. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I'll always have a surf for a few hours. And then come in and swap the board and go out take some photos, depending on the conditions. If it's really big when I get there, then I'll maybe go out with the camera first and take some photos, and then go take it in and go out for a surf. Yeah, it's a tough question, that one. But I'd say, yeah, bodyboarder first.
I kind of landed on I shoot if the light conditions are good,
yeah,
or the waves are exceptional. And in all other cases, I just surf myself. Before I shot everything, and yeah, it gets a bit much in the end. So I think I find a good middle road, I suppose.
But I've heard the same thing, and it's a battle all photographers have, that surf. You know, do you shoot or do you surf?
I mean, they're both highs in their own regard. You know, if you surf, you think, oh shit, I could have taken a brilliant photo of this thing, and if you shoot, you think, oh shit, I could have surfed this wave. So yeah, it's good in both instances. How does your brain work, by the way, when I found after shooting waves and surfing for a long time, I've started to, I mean, when I'm in the ocean, I feel like Terminator or something like that. I have like my eyes turn into I feel like I see computer graphics in my eyes, and I analyze the waves and how I want to compose the pictures and everything. And then I shoot afterwards. I kind of think through. It's automated now, but how does your brain work shooting? Do you shoot wildly, or do you have like any ideas going in?
I like to get a lot of the shots as well of like when you can get the texture on the wave and fine details on the waves, but they're hard to get, those ones. The best thing is, when you get, if you're having a bad session with the photography, and you're out there for an hour and a half and it's flat light and there's not much happening, and then something will happen, the sun will just be in the right spot, and then that one big set will come through, and then you rattle off 10 or 12 shots, and you got the one you wanted. And you have a little quick look on the viewfinder at the back or something, and you just think, finally, I got it.
Have you fucked up any photos that you thought you had?
Yeah. There's been a few that are really good ones, and then it's focused on the foreground. It's like a show, like a little bit of splashes come up in front of the wave, and it's just focused on that little splash, and you can see the wave in the background. It's just perfect, but it's blurry. That happened quite a bit, actually.
It's kind of it's funny. I mean, you shoot not so often people, I guess, but I can shoot for a couple of hours, and if I fuck up the one shot I want, I could have shoot. I mean, all other people will see a lot of okay photos, but for me, everything is fucked up if I fuck up the one thing I wanted. So yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
The struggle is real. So I'm not going to keep you for too long, but how about what was your gnarliest moments in the ocean?
Surfing or shooting?
Let's do both, huh?
Probably the gnarliest one was that swim that we talked about before, from out to that tower. That was pretty scary. Pretty, I don't know. If anyone else would have seen me that day, they would have just thought, what is this guy thinking? You know what I mean? He's paddling a kilometre out to sea in the rain and the fog and out to in the middle of nowhere. Surfing ones, yeah. I mean, whenever the icebox is big, it's pretty scary wave, that one.
Yeah, tell me about the icebox.
Yeah, I've had a few bad wipeouts out there. Been slammed on the reef and close to breaking bones. And,
holy shit!
Yeah, I thought, no, that's it. Packed up and left.
I mean, Joel has such a soft-spoken way of talking about the wave. It seems like it's a walk in the park almost. I mean, it's not that, of course, but how is it being out in the icebox?
Yeah, you got to pick your waves out there. He's really good at picking them. He's, but I said he can sit there for a while sometimes without getting one. But that's what you have to do out there. You can't just take off on anything. Yeah. You need the right one. It's definitely a hard wave to surf, and it's got so many different conditions as well. It's never the same twice. It's every session out there is different. Makes it hard as well to kind of get used to it, trying to figure it out.
I mean, it looks really looks like something different. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
When people see photos like you do, and not just of the icebox, but I mean, most of the shots you publish on your Instagram account, it's really easy to lose track of the fact that these things are huge, and the amount of power in the ocean around there is pretty hefty. So
yeah.
I mean, it looks peaceful, but I mean, it's not by any stretch. It's not a peaceful place to be.
No, that's there's another one actually that last summer it broke. That was another really sketchy wave. I went there. I didn't think it was going to be breaking. It's kind of close to one of my other slabs, but it's a bommy that breaks out to sea, and it only breaks when it's big, like double, triple overhead. And I seen it this one day and it was breaking. And then I ended up, I suited up and went out there. I didn't take this. I went out there for a surf, and when I got out there, it was huge. And I paddled into one, just got into it. I was too far out on the shoulder, and then this next one came, and I thought I was in position, paddled for it, missed it, and I turned around, and this thing stood up, and this thing was huge. It's biggest waves I've seen in the fjord.
Oh.
Yeah, and I swam, and I just got under it, and then that was the same thing. I was like, no, I had to pull the pin. It was huge. And then I went to Saltstein after. Saltstein was massive when I got there after.
It reminds me, at one of the biggest days we had this winter at Jæren, it wasn't a slab, but it's a huge wave, and often when you shoot these kinds of waves at Jæren, you lay on the inside, and you get quite a pummeling if you don't pay attention. So I was lying on the inside shooting some decent waves coming on the inside, and there was this huge set coming out, and there was some friends of mine were calling at me, Ivar, get out of the way, you gotta get... Because there was a huge wave coming, and I was trying to paddle, and both of my thighs cramped up, so I couldn't move. And I was just lying there on the inside, getting pummeled by a set of 3 waves. It was an experience for. I won't forget that. But I mean, the thing, you don't want to get caught in those huge waves, do you?
Nah. Sometimes you just got to give up. You just got to let the wave take you. If you know you're not going to get under it, you just hold on.
Let's we should call it a night there, Chris. I think.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Chris. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you around.
Yeah. No worries. You too, mate.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.